Hi all. So in the fifth episode of Tech Bytes, we bring to you details about our two new reports, the evolution of BPM services, which is published, and the second report on AI skills, which will be released shortly. To know a little more about what is covered in these two reports, we have Nirmala Balakrishnan, our practice lead, and Bandev Ghosh, senior analyst for NASSCOM Insights, are here to help us learn more about the topics addressed in these two reports. I welcome you both to this session. So starting with you, Bandev,
Sure.
can you please throw some light on the background to this study and what it has for our readers?
Sure, Prajwal. Thanks for having me. So the AI skills report, as you have mentioned, is going to be released shortly. So here, what we are covering is the overall data science and artificial intelligence talent landscape in India. So it's quite an exhaustive report where we start with defining the contours of the report in terms of what we are covering, the job roles, the taxonomy, and the various industries that we are covering. The focus of this particular report is obviously the tech industry and not really the traditional industries. And moving on, we are covering in this report primarily the demand-supply dynamics of data science and AI talent in India. Because as we know, I mean, it's a common refrain that, for most of the technology skills, particularly in AI, machine learning, the demand for talent is more than the kind of supply that we have in the market. But still working through, these challenges, our idea was to showcase what kind of demand-supply trends we see in the market today in India and how the scenario will look like in the near future. So by near future, we mean in the next 2 to 3 years. And we have put a particular focus on learning journeys. In that we are covering the kind of roles that are evolving in this particular space, and how people from peripheral roles or other technology roles are able to move into or transition into data science and AI roles basis upskilling and reskilling programs, right? These programs are obviously very common these days, and most of the companies, the provider companies, are running large training programs to equip their employees with new skills, particularly in data science and artificial intelligence. So we trace and track the journey of the learning journeys of people with the kind of skills, the kind of courses, and the kind of roles that they are moving into or they are likely to move into in the near future through these roles. So this is more or less the overall structure. And of course, the background is the growing importance of data science and AI in delivering public goods and economic progress to the Indian economy. In our previous report, which was released in June, we covered the AI adoption index, which was titled. We covered the level of adoption of artificial intelligence across 4 major sectors in India, right? And I mean, continuing from that, we understand that the supply of skills and talent is one of the key perspectives or key imperatives which can deliver the 500 billion gross value add to India's economy by 2025. So in that, I mean, with that background in mind, we started this particular project. Yeah, this is more or less.
Yeah. Thanks, Bandev, for your insights. So Nirmala, what is the current state of BPM industry and how is it evolving in this volatile environment?
Thank you, Prajwal. In terms of India's BPM sector, if you see in the last 20 years, it has evolved a lot in terms of service portfolio expansion, value proposition, and the business models that are covered. It is continuously undergoing transformation, building new value offerings for global clients to help them with scale and efficiency. Just to give you a perspective, currently the Indian BPM industry is at $44 billion in terms of revenue and has experienced double-digit growth of over 14% in FY 2022. And also, if you see in terms of the share in global sourcing, it stands at 40%. Indian BPM industry standards 40%. Now, this segment is also moving up the value chain. If you see earlier, if you would see from we used to have just the call center or the CIS that we call right now, and it's moved to more an integrated technology-led intelligent business operations. And we actually, to evaluate the transformation and the evolution, we recently did a study with HFS a global research firm. And the study was conducted more from the customer angle. We conducted a survey, and in the survey, which had around 600 plus global 2000 enterprises which participated, we tried to evaluate the transformation and the evolution of the BPM Indian BPM industry journey. So one of the key things that we also noticed was, if you see that technology is considered to be at the center stage in the evolution of the BPM industry. So as the firms currently are moving, if you know, from data to generate more revenue, data management, data interoperability are all seen as important capabilities. Now, leveraging data to improve operational efficiency has emerged one of the top priorities for all BPM service providers that we spoke to, and this has evolved in the last 2 years and is going to become more prominent in the next 2 years. Also, if you see the survey that I mentioned, over 90% of the surveyed companies also are expecting, even though there is supposed to be there is an ongoing recession and also an upcoming scenario which may not be too robust, but the IT budgets are supposed to be increasing, and that's what they are expecting for in the next 12 months. Now, the other aspect that we found was that with regards to the evolving client expectations, mostly it is focused on innovation. The BPM service providers' efforts are also not just limited to data cleansing or the backend work that we used to do earlier. It is more in terms of strategic, and also if you see. 50% of the surveyed enterprises believe that technology and data capabilities to be the most important value lever for any BPM company growth or the overall sector growth. So these were some of the very interesting takeaways that we found from the survey. Another important point also that I would like to highlight is how talent continues to be the prime differentiator for BPM growth in India. So, the scale of technical talent continues to be the primary source of competitive advantage for India, and service providers are continuously investing in building this talent, not just as technology experts, but also with soft skills, project management skills, communication skills. These are some of the skills that have emerged as very important skills to have, and companies are continuously training and building their in-house talent pool in these areas, specifically problem solving, analytics, logic, and reasoning. So if you see, compared to the last 20 years, how the BPM industry in India is involved, there is a lot of transformation that has happened, and companies are focused towards customer growth. That is where they find the key differentiator. So I would also urge people to go through our report to read more about the specific insights that we received from the survey. Yeah.
Thanks, Nirmala. Thanks, Bandev. I really appreciate your time and advice. So to see these reports, please visit our community page, give us feedback, and list any areas you believe we should explore in the comment section. We'll see you in the next episode. That's all from the NASSCOM Insights team. Thank you.
Thank you so much.